Long ago, in the kingdom of Theralon, where rolling plains stretched wider than the horizon and rivers glistened like molten silver under the sun, there lived a horse unlike any other. His name was Stormheart, a stallion of midnight black, with a mane that streamed like dark fire when he ran. Stormheart was not born in stables of kings, but found in the wild. As a colt, he had been trapped in a hunter's snare, thrashing helplessly until Prince Arinder, who would later become king, cut him free. From that day on, Stormheart never left his side. The two grew together, the boy prince and the wild horse, bound by trust that needed no words. While other steeds balked at thunder or the clash of steel, Stormheart stood firm, as if his very heart beat in rhythm with Arinder's. When the prince became king, Stormheart became more than a horse. He was companion, guardian, and brother in all but name. Their bond soon faced its greatest test. Theralon was a rich land, envied by neighbors. To the east rose the Carithian Empire, its banners of crimson and gold sweeping across weaker kingdoms like a tide. When envoys arrived demanding tribute, King Arinder refused. He had sworn that his people would bow to no tyrant. The empire answered with war. From dawn till dusk, the fields of Theralon shook with battle. Stormheart carried Arinder through fire and arrows, never faltering. Legends spread of the black stallion who seemed carved of iron, his hooves thundering like drums of war. Enemies feared the sight of him. Allies drew courage from his charge. Yet no war spares without cost. In the second year of fighting, Arinder was betrayed by a lord within his own council. Ambushed in a valley by Carithian legions, the king was struck down from his saddle. Soldiers closed around him. It was then that Stormheart performed a deed sung for centuries. The stallion reared, striking soldiers aside with hooves like hammers. He bent low, allowing his fallen master to grip his mane, then surged forward through spears and arrows. Dozens gave chase, but none could match his speed. Wounded though the king was, Stormheart bore him miles away to safety, never slowing until both collapsed in the shadow of the forest. Arinder survived that night because his horse had refused to leave him. From his sickbed, the king wept into Stormheart's mane. "You are no mere beast," he whispered. "You are my shield, my truest knight." When Arinder recovered, he returned to war with renewed fire. But he knew victory would demand sacrifice. The Empire would not yield easily. The final battle came at Dawnridge Plain. Tens of thousands clashed, the roar of war shaking heaven itself. Arinder led the charge upon Stormheart, the two as one. Together they broke enemy lines again and again, until at last the imperial standard wavered. But fate, cruel as ever, struck its price. An enemy's spear, hurled with deadly force, flew straight toward the king. Stormheart saw it first. With a cry that split the air, he swerved, taking the spear into his own chest. He stumbled but did not fall. With blood staining his dark coat, he carried Arinder one last time, straight into the heart of the enemy ranks. The king's sword struck down their commander, and the imperial army broke, fleeing in chaos. Victory was won. But Stormheart staggered, legs trembling, eyes dimming. Arinder leapt from the saddle, cradling the stallion's head in his lap. "No," the king begged, tears streaking his face. "You carried me from boyhood to crown, from crown to battle. Do not leave me now." Stormheart nuzzled his hand once, as if in farewell, and with a final breath, grew still. The king buried his horse upon Dawnridge Plain itself, raising no monument of stone but a great barrow covered in wildflowers. To his soldiers he declared, "Today we did not win because of kings or crowns. We won because of loyalty. Let it be known, the truest knight of Theralon had 4 hooves and a heart greater than any man's." For generations, the people of Theralon told their children the story of Stormheart, the loyal horse who gave everything for his master. Travelers swore that when storms rolled across Dawnridge Plain, they could hear hoofbeats in the thunder, the spirit of Stormheart still running free. And in every oath of loyalty spoken thereafter, men and women invoked his name, saying, As Stormheart to his king, so am I to you.